Hi, I'm Ellen Kay, and this is Comedy Court, where real people get real justice and a lot of laughs to boot.
All rise. Comedy is now in session. The Honorable Judge Steve Landesberg presiding.
I'll remind everyone that any decision I make is binding under the laws of the state of California and that plaintiff and defendant have waived their right to appeal. Each has been assigned a competent representative who's versed in the procedures of the court. Let us begin.
Comedy Court. Starring Steve Landesberg. With Ellen Kay. And featuring Lisa Amsterdam, Carl Banks, Andy Kindler, Al Lubell, Monica Piper, Tom Poston, and Steve White.
He hasn't denied that there's MSG in the food.
Do you know how much MSG, though? That's how much. Is it possible tons and tons of MSG? Is it possible the entire dish was MSG?
Right, okay.
Well, I am saying, isn't it a fact that you are actually Chinese?
Your Honor, I'm...
Wait.
Did you ask him if he was Chinese?
Yes. Are you actually Chinese? And isn't your restaurant, in fact, masquerading as an Indian restaurant?
I understand. You say you're a telemarketer?
Yes.
Would you say that's a crappy job? Out of 100 phone calls, how many people would hang up in your face? Right next to one another like this? Is this right next to one another? Would you consider this right next to...
I think, right next to it.
No, Your Honor.
Oh, do you see the proprietor of the teeny-weeny boutique anywhere in this courtroom?
Yes. So I stood up. And that's when it happened.
That's when it happened.
My top just popped.
Well, I got to say, if it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
As in any court, Comedy Court lawyers want to win. Imagine being represented by a legal eagle like Tom Poston.
How much would the parrot cost you?
400 wholesale.
What does that mean?
I never pay retail.
And you can count on disorder in the court when Andy Kindler leads the
Do you realize
defense.
that Beverly Hills has the largest concentration of moths per capita?
Excuse me,
in
I
the
have
Western United
never-
States?
Can you prove this?
I can't prove it, but I have.
All right, we'll call this blouse with the holes in it Exhibit A.
Mrs. Wetner,
Yes.
when you say moth infestation, did you see moths flying around like the movie The Birds and you had to hide in the bathroom or something and the moths were coming at you? Was it that kind of infestation?
After the plaintiff has been examined and cross-examined, the defendant is brought to the stand.
May you please state your name so I can remember it?
John Sturdivant?
Are all your houses clean?
Yes, they are.
Could you eat off the floor in your houses?
Yes, you could.
And have you?
No, I haven't.
Now, to your knowledge, there are no moths in that residence?
No.
Any fleas?
No, sir.
Any flies?
No.
Any arthropods?
Then the plaintiff's attorney gets her shot at the defendant.
Hello, Mr. Sturdivant. Nice shirt. It must feel really good to be able to wear a shirt without holes, isn't it?
Does anybody can tell me what the other cause might be for the holes?
I think I have an idea, Your Honor. There may have been an unruly child who lived in or near the premises who would often run in and stab the clothing and leave. Someone told me they saw someone.
All right,
or it could have been a cat, a dog, or a pet. I will not!
All right, hey. All right. Have you ever been institutionalized, Mr. Kindler?
Not at the current time,
All right,
sir.
sit down. Step back.
And then the closing arguments.
Moths are dangerous. They're dangerous things that fly and eat clothes, and
Sit
they
down.
kill.
Mr. Kindler.
Thank
1
you, Your
minute,
Honor.
please.
Thank you so much. It is obvious in this case that Mrs. Wetner has serious emotional problems. Mr. Sturdivant, on the other hand, is a landlord, and he has his houses exterminated, it seems like, almost on a daily basis. There is no way that a moth could survive with the constant extermination that's going on there.
Okay, thank you very much.
This man would not lie. He's not lied to me. He's right. She's wrong. Good, bad, right, wrong.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, this is a tough one. If I had the power, believe me, and I don't, I would commit both attorneys, but I can't do that. It could be negligence, it could be moths, it could be the cleaners, it could be something else. Therefore, I do rule for the defendant. Case dismissed.
After Judge Landesberg renders his verdict, court reporter Ellen Kay interviews the litigants.
Here comes Helene Wetner. Ms. Wetner, may I speak with you for a minute? You suffered a great loss with your blouse, and now you've lost the court case. How are you feeling?
Not good. I'm very upset. I'm going to see my therapist now.
Expect the outrageous, because in comedy court, you never know what you'll hear.
C cup and beyond. Would you consider yourself to be anywhere in that realm?
I object.
You never know what they'll say.
I said be quiet, parrot.
Nobody says be quiet, parrot. I mean, with all due respect, be quiet, parrot, Your Honor?
Yeah,
Be quiet,
well,
parrot, you know. Shut up, parrot, maybe. Shut up! Shut up!
And you never know who'll say what.
No, I don't have anything to say.
All the drama of the courtroom. All the irreverence of the comedy club.
Good day, Mr. Aldemora.
Good day.
If that is your real name.
Mrs. Wettner herself chewed through her own clothing.
All wrapped up in the funniest courtroom show ever.
I'm willing to state this as my duty as an attorney, as an officer of this court, that man's a killer.
With jokes and justice for all.
Thanks a lot.
You're quite welcome.
It's been worth it to me.
What you've just seen are highlights of typical comedy court cases. I've made my decision. Now it's time to make yours.
Comedy Court. Real people, real cases, real comedians, real laughs.